Hello and welcome back to another Evil Dead video. So I made two videos in the past ranking survivors from worst to best. And then I thought about it and I was thinking, in this type of game, you can't really rank survivors from worst to best. You need an actual tier list so you could put them in their own categories. Shout out to the YouTuber Mitty who actually made a video doing a tier list also. He's the one that gave me an idea to do a tier list. So if you guys want to go check out his channel as well, he does Evil Dead much better than I do it. So go check his channel out. So this tier list is going to be based on them being max level. I have all my survivors max level, so we're basically going to rank them on a tier list with their max level, so all their abilities included, and we're going to see where they place. This might be a little controversial. I don't think everyone's going to agree with me. Obviously, everyone has different opinions on who they play, so we're going to start off just at random here. So the first one we're going to put is Scotty. Now Scotty, I ranked him pretty low in most of my other ranked videos, but do I think he's God tier, good, average, weak, or F tier? This is a tough one. Scotty, definitely the most weakest in the warrior category, but I've seen some good Scotties do some actual damage, but I feel like if he doesn't have an axe, he can't really, he's more average. If he has an axe, he can be good, but overall, I just put him as average. Now we have Henry. So, does Henry go in God tier, or is he go in the good category? Now, he's definitely either one or the other. Now, I've seen some very good God tier Henrys. If you have the right build on him at max level, like a good balance bar build or something, and you know how to use his ability right, man, can Henry be a unit for a demon to try to knock down and take over. And because I've seen so many good Henrys, I had to put him in the God tier. Like, I know a lot of people overhype him and stuff, but from what I've seen personally, I've seen people use Henry really good to where he deserves to be God tier. But yeah, definitely, if not on the border of good, definitely God tier. Now we have Ed. Ed, I'm not even talking, bro. Ed's God tier, 100%. His ability to disable traps, find rarer loot, find more loot from killing deadites, and increase battery life, and increase damage with the crossbow. He just has so many good things about him. I can't find one negative thing to say about Ed, so Ed is 100% God tier. Now we have Hunter Ash. So, a week ago, I would have said Hunter Ash was God tier, because he can knock the demon out of possession, but after the last balance update, they did increase the cooldown on his ability, and I found as demon going against him, it's really easy to attack him now, because his cooldown is very long. It's 90 seconds now instead of a minute, 60 seconds, so I might have to drop him to the good category here, because I feel like the main big thing about him is his ability to knock the demon out of possession. Other than that, he's just a regular hunter, obviously he has the good dodges, but yeah, I'm going to put him in the good category. But you can let me know in the comments, where do you think he belongs? Now we have Kelly. Now, I'm kind of conflicted where to put Kelly, because to be honest, she is broken right now. She's been broken since the game came out, whether it's her damage numbers or whatever. So I don't think she deserves God tier yet until she's fixed. But most of you guys know, even if you're a Kelly main, you know she's broken. So we're definitely going to put her in good. There's no way she's average. We're going to put her in good. I believe even when they fix whatever's broken with her stats numbers, she still would be high up there. So we're going to put her right next to Hunter Ash in the good category. But that opinion is subject to change. If they do fix her and she's still good, she might move up to God tier. But good is just as good as God tier, just not the best. Now we have Lord Arthur. Oh man, you Lord Arthur mains are probably going to hate me for this. But since the last update, he got nerfed again, when he was already weak, in my opinion. I do not like playing Lord Arthur at all. I feel like if he's not with his team, he's pretty much useless and cannot defend himself at all. And we're going to have to drop him down here to the F tier. I'm sorry. The fact that he got nerfed again that last update just made him even worse. If he never got nerfed again, he would have been the weak category. But because they nerfed his ability again, we're going to drop him down to F tier for now. But that could change in the future. But for right now, I'm sorry Lord Arthur mains, but Lord Arthur has to go down there. Now we have Amanda. I believe I underestimated Amanda. She's actually really good. But I'm debating if she should go in God tier or in the good section. It seems like I'm putting all the hunters in the good section. I have no bias against hunters. I just feel like, without the 7 dodges, I feel like they can be pretty good to average, depending on their abilities and how you use them. But Amanda can be God tier because of her abilities and when she's max level. Oh, this is tough. I know I'm going to get some hate if I put Amanda above Kelly here, but I think Amanda has to go in the God tier. I think she's honestly can be very good, and With her ability alone, able to shoot without wasting any ammo is even crazy. And yeah, with the right build, you can be a beast, Amanda. So I have to put her in the God tier. I'm sorry, guys. She's above Kelly for now. But remember, Kelly can be God tier once they fixed her bugs in her build. Now we have Warrior Ash. So Warrior Ash was broken when the game first came out. He was really, really strong. And then after the last update, they actually nerfed him to where he should have been when the game first came out. So he's still actually pretty good. You know, he's a good warrior to have on your team. Do I think he's God tier though? I would say before he was God tier because of how strong he was. But now I find after the update, now that he's really back to normal with his potion, he's more moved from God tier to the good section. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely a beast. Just because I put him in the good section and not God tier doesn't mean they're not good. Trust me, they are good. But Warrior Ash, I found to be more easier to kill now as Demon. But definitely still a challenge. But we're going to put him in the good section because he is pretty good and he's a beast. But he did take a nerf on his potion. The cooldown is longer, the damage reduction is less, and they nerfed a lot of things on him. But he's still good in my opinion. I don't play him as much, but we're going to put him in the good category. Now we have Support Ash. I also seen mixed reviews on Support Ash. A lot of people saying he's underrated and he's very good. A lot of people saying he's garbage. A lot of people saying he's the best. Do I think he's the best support character? I do not. I think Cheryl has them beat. But we're going to put Support Ash. You know, if you have the right weapon, let's say you have a hunting knife or something, he can be very good for his team. But, oh man, because I just personally don't think he's the best support, we're going to put him in average. I'm not even going to put him as weak. We're going to put him in the average category. I don't think he's the best support, but he definitely can be good with the right set of weapons and stuff. But remember, he did get nerfed in the beginning when they did the very first update. But we're going to see how he is in the future. But for right now, he's just going to go in the average. Now we have Annie. So, after the last update, Annie got a good buff. And with hunters on your team, she's a beast. And, oh man, I really always thought leaders were really weak, all of them, and not worthy of any good top tier levels. But I've seen some good ass Annies play with some good ass team combinations, and I'm gonna have to put her in God tier. I feel like she could bring your team to God tier just by having hunters on your team, using her ability right, having her max level, and she's gonna be really good. I'm kind of iffy on if I should put her in good or God tier, but we're gonna put her in God tier for right now. Definitely the best leader in the category, and she's worth it. After the buff she had, you know, she's a beast now, so we gotta put her in the God tier. Now we have Leader Ash. Now, if you asked me this like a week or two ago, Leader Ash would have been F tier for sure. But he did get a buff with the last update, and I've seen a lot of better plays with Leader Ash. And in my other ranking videos, I did rank him last as the worst character. I was like, there's no way this guy can be good at all. But is he average or is he good? There's no way he's God tier. But on the right team, with his aura ability being buffed, he can be very good. Or is he average? This is a tough one for me because I always been biased when it comes to Leader Ash, and I always disliked him. But right now, after the buff they did, he actually seems a lot better. Like, I've seen him playing a lot better. He's a lot tougher to kill when he's with a group, when he's with his team, and we're gonna have to put him in the good section. I feel like he's actually pretty good now. If you guys think he's not good, let me know what section you think Leader Ash goes. But you know, I normally would say average, but because I personally seen a lot of good Leader Ashes after the update that held it down with their team and do pretty good, we're gonna have to move him to the good category. But he's definitely not the best leader, and he's definitely not worse than Lord Arthur. Now we have Cheryl. Obviously, Cheryl, one of the probably the most used support out of the three, and definitely good abilities when you have her max level. Every time I play Cheryl, I seem to always be stocked up on colas, always able to heal my team, good at dodging, and we're gonna put her in the God tier. She's a must-have. Obviously, a support is a must-have on your team, and a good support is literally the foundation of the whole team, and can really hold it down. So she's definitely God tier for sure. God tier support all the way. Hopefully you guys agree on that. If not God tier, definitely in the good section, but nowhere below that. She's definitely not average. She's above average. So one of these two sections. And then we have Pablo. Now, is Pablo overrated? I feel like a lot of people like hype him up too much. Like, yeah, he cannot be seen by a demon, but I feel like any good demon can actually spot him if they know what they're looking for. But obviously, if it's a good Pablo, they can do it. But most of the Pablos I've seen, whether it's on my team or going against him as Demon, they don't really play him right. I feel like people play him just so they could run off on their own and do whatever they want in solo queue. I feel like they don't really use him as far as teamwork. So Pablo, I don't think he's God tier. I guess he has a good ability. Oh man, I gotta put him as average for right now because I just don't see nothing special about him besides the fact that he can hide from the demon, yes, and make amulets. But other than that, based on what I've seen personally, people just don't use him right. And you know, after a while, he's pretty easy to spot if he's not careful. You know, so I'm just gonna put him in the average category. But this right here is basically my list. And let me know what you guys think about this list. Do you think it's accurate? Do you think it's fair? Almost accurate? Let me know your opinions below. Obviously, everyone's gonna have their different opinion because everyone mains their own survivor. And if I didn't put their survivor where they like it, then they're not gonna agree. But yeah, let me know in the comments your opinions on it. Hopefully this tier list is better than my ranking videos. And yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions as always. I love you guys for supporting me on this game. And I appreciate everybody. So thank you for watching and subscribe for more Evil Dead content. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.